So it's been kind of a long time, hasn't it? Since we uploaded anything to this channel, and I know it's been a really long fucking time because I went back recently and watched the most recent like Wind Waker playthrough we had done, and I was like watching me in that video, and I'm like, this doesn't feel like the same person. You know, it's been a long fucking time when you watch a video of yourself, and you're like, who's that guy? You know, I feel like I'm in a very different place in my life than I was then. So I apologize really for just kind of disappearing from this channel. So I thought at the very least I would give kind of a video sort of explaining like what's going on with Tober Pals just in general, and hopefully this will be the last like big update video to explain the status of the channel, and I won't have to do this again. The first thing I want to just kind of state and get out of the way is just get the basic information. What can you expect sort of from this channel? What's going on with it? Well, the channel's not dead. We're not giving up on it completely. We're not done uploading here ever again. But we are no longer really going to upload on a fixed schedule. We're no longer going to be like, oh yeah, we release a video every Tuesday and Thursday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or whatever the fuck, we were doing up to this point. I don't think we're really gonna commit to like consistent content at this point. Again, not against uploading playthroughs of like if we end up playing something and we want to record it, and we feel like we have some, we can contribute in the way of riffing on some kind of game that's worth riffing on, then we'll do it, man. We'll definitely do it. But as far as like us releasing, making a concerted effort to release content consistently in this channel, I would just say, don't hold your breath for that sort of thing. If you sort of want to understand why we're doing that, I guess I'm going to kind of go on sort of a long-winded explanation of kind of what this channel was for me anyways, and sort of what I ended up seeing it as, and why I no longer want to release content consistently on it anymore. And I'm saying this as my, as just me, and not, I'm not here with Paul, because I feel like at some point, I kind of took ownership of the channel unofficially. Like, I kind of became, like, I sort of kind of, like, was like, this is my channel, Paul, without really telling him that I was doing that. So I guess let me briefly go into, like, what Tober Pals was kind of supposed to be when it started, and why I've sort of abandoned the desire to, why I'm going back to, I guess I'm going to treat this channel like a hobby again, and not so much like a, like what I was treating it as, not really putting deadlines on myself or him, or, not doing that anymore. So when I started Tober Pals, really, it started as Paul just had a conversation with me, basically. He's just like, hey, I had this Ferocious Deity channel that we had opened up, opened up back in the day, and I kind of did Let's Plays on it, but it was sort of boring, and because it was just me by myself, and I didn't really have anything funny to say. And I was like, and he was thinking about bringing it back, and I thought, like, well, if you think you're boring, like, maybe I could join you, and we could, maybe we could do, like, a two-person commentary thing. And it just sort of came about like that. It was a very casual sort of just chat, like, yeah, maybe we can do some Let's Play stuff. But the more we started uploading to the channel, and the more I started thinking about, like, us doing a channel together, the more I started thinking, like, maybe this would be a good opportunity for us to do, like, more of a... This might be a good opportunity for me to, like, take on a project, like a YouTube channel, but actually kind of manage it in a semi-professional way. I say semi-professional because we were still kind of casual about it. We didn't have, like, strict deadlines or anything, but I did sort of, want to release stuff on a somewhat consistent basis, and so it started out from just a casual conversation we were having of like, yeah, let's do the two-person, commentary thing. And then it kind of, to me at least, I don't know if I communicated this to Paul, but it became to me sort of an opportunity to sort of do something with a YouTube channel that I hadn't really been doing with my own. Right? Because with Douchebag Link, with my main YouTube channel, I never really saw it as a, maybe it was when I started out, but I never really saw my own YouTube channel as the goal of that was never really to, like, grow the channel, to become popular, and to, like, get to a point where I was making YouTube content as a career. I never really wanted to. I mean, honestly, if you even offered me the chance to make YouTube videos for a living, I'd probably turn it down, because honestly, that sounds like hell to me. Like, I would rather I'd rather set up a salad bar at fucking, 6 in the morning as I do now, rather than be obligated to release YouTube videos, in order to keep a roof over my fucking head. Honestly, like putting that sort of pressure on myself to do something creative sounds like I would fucking want to kill myself after like a year of living like that. But that's more of a personal, I guess it's more of a personal thing. So YouTube was always more of just a hobby to me, and I wanted to kind of keep it that way. But with Tober Pals, I was thinking, well, I manage my main channel very unprofessionally, right? Like I just sort of release stuff whenever I decide to. I just sort of, make little creative projects whenever I feel when I really feel inspired to do so, which, is, every few months I end up gaining the will and the motivation and end up accumulating enough ideas to the point where I'm like, okay, I actually have something worth releasing. With Tober Pals, it's like, okay, this is an opportunity to release consistent content that can be made relatively easily, and maybe I can actually try to grow a channel, right? Like start thinking about, start building more, focusing more on custom thumbnails, start focusing more on like having a consistent release schedule. And so that's sort of what Tober Pals became to me. So for, I guess, about a year and a half to 2 years, however long we were kind of doing this for, up to this point, or at least up to the point where we sort of stopped, I guess. So up to that point, I was thinking like maybe if I dedicate my time to releasing uploads consistently, like, we'll set like 2 days a week or 3 days a week. We kind of moved to 2 because 3 became too much, but we would do 2 days a week where we would always upload, videos on these days. And we did our best to sort of do that for a while. But I was concerned from the very beginning about something that did end up being an issue, and I kind of realized it was an unavoidable issue. When I started the channel, I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'll do a better job of growing this one than I'm doing my main channel, because I'm going to focus more on creating a certain consistency in terms of the uploads. I'm going to try to, dedicate my time and attention to this channel and sort of keep it from sort of fading into obscurity. But what I ended up but there was another thing that I'd considered, and I was hoping it wouldn't become a problem, but it was the idea that YouTube is so incredibly oversaturated with Let's Play channels that the odds of our channel gaining any kind of meaningful traction, that's not gonna fucking happen, and there's no chance it's gonna happen, because again, we're I mean, I knew from the beginning that what we were doing with Tober Pals was incredibly redundant, right? We're basically doing the same thing Game Grumps and Two Best Friends and like probably hundreds, if not thousands, of other fucking YouTube channels are doing. Like we're basically doing that. We're doing the 2-person commentary where we make jokes over the game, and we're not really adding anything super new to that. We're not really mixing up the formula enough to like bring people in and be like, ooh, what's this? This is like a cool twist on the Let's Play thing. Like, no, we're doing what's already been fucking done a million times. Now, I was hoping that maybe the consistency would sort of make up for that. Like, maybe the oversaturation won't be that huge an issue because we already kind of have fan bases from our other channels, and maybe that'll give us more of a head start than some other people trying to, get attention as YouTube Let's Players. So maybe we'll have a better starting point, and then eventually we'll snowball. But yeah, after doing this for about, I guess 1.5 to 2 years, however long it's been, we did get to a point where I kind of realized, like, yeah, the oversaturation was an unavoidable issue. The market for this shit is so fucking, like, there's so many goddamn Let's Play channels. Everyone and their mother is making Let's Play channels, and I was hoping it wouldn't hinder this channel too much, but we did reach a point where while we were gaining subs, we weren't really snowballing. And after about 1.5 to 2 years of this, I kind of realized, like, why am I guess there were a number of moments where it wasn't like, there wasn't like a day where Paul and I decided we're not going to upload consistently anymore. I think it was more like I had just graduated from college, and I was looking for work, and I was trying to figure out, what to do with my life. And I had all these, again, I had a lot of personal issues going on that I was trying to resolve. And, I would try to fit Tober Pals into that. And we had I'd say like 4 days where we tried to sit down and do another Tober Pals session. And we ended up running into a bunch of technical problems, and by the time the technical problems were resolved, I didn't really want to fucking play the game anymore. And I kind of realized, like, look, the channel's not really growing that fast. It's probably not going to get that big ultimately. So why am I being frustrated? Why am I putting these unnecessary deadlines on myself? Why am I, dealing with this frustration? Why am I forcing myself to play a game with Paul when at the end of the day, like, I don't even want to do this? For something that's not making me any money, it's not a career, it's never going to become a career, so why am I even bothering? So again, to reiterate, the channel's not dead, and we will probably upload stuff in the future if we, decide, hey, let's, if we just feel the urge, like, let's play a game, man, record it, and I'll edit some videos together of our session and release them. So we're not done with the channel, but we're not going to consistently release content on it anymore. I'm looking into bringing Tober Pals back, but like I said, it's not going to be managed the same way it has been up to this point, or I guess up to the point where we stopped. I hope that better clarifies sort of where we are with this channel right now. I hope at least my explanation of what I was trying to do with it, maybe, because I didn't necessarily communicate this to Paul very well. I feel like I had these sort of goals with this channel, and I didn't really explain to him what my goals were. I think he took it a little less seriously than I did, and that's not his fault. That's my fault for not communicating very well, but anyways, I guess I've rambled for about 10 minutes, 11 minutes actually. Hopefully you sat around and listened the whole time. If not, I completely understand. I apologize. I am a rambly, long-winded son of a bitch, but I'm aware of it, at least, I guess. Anyways, I hope that helps to clarify some things. Like I said, if you enjoy watching us play games, we're still gonna probably do that at some point in the future. So you don't have to, leave. It's not over. The party isn't totally over. It's just not. We're just not releasing videos like 2 times a week anymore, or adhering to any kind of schedule. And if there's a period of time within our lives where we're just not motivated to make videos, then it's just not gonna happen. That's the status of this channel. Hopefully that doesn't scare you away. If it does, I do apologize, but, the circumstances of our lives are very different than they were when we started this. And my sort of goals with this channel have very much changed since I started this, and I feel like what's important to me now as a person has sort of changed significantly, so I'm not really as motivated to try to run a successful YouTube channel anymore. Anyways, hope that clarifies things. Nice talking to you guys, and hope to interact with you all soon with some more Let's Play content. I'll try to get a hold of Paul, and maybe in the near future we'll get back to Wind Waker, or we'll, maybe record ourselves playing something else. Anyways, that's it. Bye.